Rajasthan is a force to be reckoned with. They have a lot of match winners in the side. So I really hope or think and that Rajasthan will be the champions today this year. I mean, but I think if for funny side, if RCB change their slogan like Isala Kappa Namade, if they change that, they might also win.
Hello, welcome, and Ramadan Kareem. The IPL is back for its 16th edition. It all starts again this Friday. The games are going to be played in its original format, which is home and away, which is the first time since 2019. It's going to be a very exciting season. There's plenty to talk about. There's going to be 70 league games to be played across 12 venues over 50 days. And joining me to talk about it is Golf News Senior Associate Editor Sham, Golf News Sports Editor Satish, IPL Superfan Sai, and last but not least, our special guest, UAE National Team Batsman CP Rizwan. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you so much.
Rizwan, how much are you looking forward to the start of the IPL?
Definitely, really excited for the IPL. It's a time of the year. Everyone is really keen to see some really great action of T20. A lot of superstars playing the game. Really eager to play the IPL, and nothing gets better for the fans than the IPL.
Sai, how you feeling? I can see you laughing and smiling already.
Yeah, I'm happy back. It's having the home and away season. So it's a fantastic season for us. So, I mean, it's back to the original format, and that gives us more competition and more challenges. So may the best team win.
Satish and Charm, you guys are counting down the seconds, aren't you?
Yeah, like you all said, it's in the original format. That makes a lot of difference, really. And also, if there are some changes also, I think, which will make the tournament exciting. So I just can't wait.
This time of the year where we always look forward to that festival-like scenario. So, yeah, it's great to be starting the IPL. As Sai rightly says, the home and away format gives the teams that edge or advantage or the disadvantage, which makes the contest even more exciting. And more importantly, the home fans will have a plenty to cheer about. That adds to the drama of what's happening on the field.
The opening match is between the defending champions, which is Gujarat Titans, and they're going to be playing against Chennai Super Kings. Now, Gujarat beat CSK twice last season. Rizwan, who do you think is going to win this time and why?
The spin conditions suited them. But having said that, they have Gujarat also have top spinners in the ranks. Rashid Khan is there. Another Afghanistan prodigy left arm spinner is there. They have decent spinners also in their side. So it will be a keen contest to watch out. Obviously, Hardik want to make an impact. World Cup coming in, and a lot of things are at stake.
Chennai is tough to beat. Sai, do you agree?
Yeah, I totally agree with Rizwan, and his perspective is perfectly true. And I mean, with the informed batsmen are there in Gujarat Titans, Shubham Gill and Hardik Pandya. So Chennai looks a little bit rusty because MSD must not have been playing for quite some time. So he's come back as a captain. So it's going to be challenging how he's going to have his probable 11.
Sham, how do you see it going? It's the very first game. It kicks off a whole new season. It's going to be a big occasion. How do you see that first match going?
It's going to be a very nervy encounter because first match normally the favorites get upset. That's something which normally happens. But having said that, Chennai has had mixed fortunes in their first encounters. Like they have won and they have lost also. Like Sai was saying, Gujarat has a team to win, but so it's going to be a tight match for me. I think in tight matches, Chennai seems to come out better.
Satish, do you agree it's going to be a tight match and Chennai will be reaping the rewards?
See, I'm a Chennai fan. I would like to see Chennai winning, and I'm a hardcore Chennai fan though. There's no two ways about it. I will always go with Chennai. But having said that, I have a few points to note here. One is it could be the captaincy skills of Dhoni 1 versus Dhoni 2, because Hardik Pandya by and large is having the same kind of captaincy skills as Dhoni. So I would say their ideology, the technical aspects or the way they approach is going to be similar. Number one. And number two is that this is Dhoni's swan song here. This is the last year he's going to play as a captain. That man, if he wants to get it done, he can be really difficult to handle. So even though, as Sai said, or as CP says, he's been out of the game for a while, but still he knows how to bring his best in big games. So he is going to be a really potent threat for any teams. And the third, adding to that, is the addition of Ben Stokes to the team is making the tilting the balance slightly towards the Chennai, in the sense they lost Faf last year to RCB, so the main backbone was missing. So in that sense, I would say Chennai is a superior team to the last year. So I would probably see Chennai winning, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be a close contest because Gujarat has got some fabulous cricketers as well.
Speaking of all the big names, Rizwan, after seeing several international ILT players in the ILT, sorry, how do these big stars prepare themselves for these big games and these big occasions?
With the experience I had in ILT20, they are very focused about the game. They really work hard on their game. They don't take anything for granted. If you see the preparations, they are right on time. Their work ethic is very high. I've seen Chris Jordan, who is the leading wicket taker and man of the series in our ILT team. He was the first person to be in the training, and he'll be the last person leaving out. So I've seen them close hand, how they prepare. It just doesn't come accidentally. Success doesn't come that way. So they are really, even Hetmyer for the matter. He hits at least 100 sixes every net sessions. It doesn't come that easily. There is no shortcut for success, and they have done that all way long. And I'm really excited to see them hit those big sixes in this IPL also.
You hit a six of Rashid Khan, who today has become the world #1. How do you feel about that, and how difficult is it to play against Rashid Khan?
Really fortunate to play against a legend like Rashid Khan, and to have a six out of him. It's a good memory to have. I mean, I just got a stat from somewhere that after that six, he didn't concede even a boundary for almost 100 balls.
Correct.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
that's
it's such a legend of the game. Really a good memory to have. I mean, so really these guys are on been doing in and out, proving themselves on the big stage. That's how they made a big name for themselves. And for UAE to play against them is a great opportunity. And even we registered a history last month by defeating them with every other superstar they had. So good memory.
That's fascinating. It's great to have you on, Rizwan, to give us an insight about all these the big players and everything. Okay, look, moving on. There's going to be a huge opening ceremony for the beginning of the IPL. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I don't like those souped-up performance art events with dancers and B-grade pop stars. I don't even know who they are. I just want to see the action start. Sai, are you a fan of these opening ceremonies?
It builds on the excitement, so a lot of people get excited and they start watching these entertainment extravaganza. So it brings up the pop and show, So it brings a lot of people not interested in cricket to watch cricket. So it is a must in any gala.
Sham, do you agree, or do you just want the action to start?
I'm no fan of these shows, but I mean, I would rather have to see the action start. But having said that, the IPL is something which marries cricket and Bollywood. So this is a staple. So you can't escape this. So if you don't like it, wait till the action starts. So it's going to be there, and it has to be there. Otherwise, without these shows, IPL won't be IPL.
That's very true. The razzmatazz definitely adds to the sparkle of it all. Okay, look, the tournament's going to be played across 12 venues. There's 10 teams divided into two groups, Groups A and B. Satish, who do you see progressing from those two groups?
Over the years, the record says Chennai, Mumbai, you cannot eliminate them. They somehow make it to the playoffs. They're starting once or 2 years. They have missed it out, but generally these are traditional favorites. I would still go with Gujarat because they have done it in the first year. Maybe the advantage the rivals would have is that novelty factor might be missing about what they will do. But still, I would go with Gujarat as another one favorite for the playoff. And the fourth would be, I'm sure Virat Kohli would be keen to at least finally make it count for RCB. So my bet would be on Virat Kohli doing it as a fourth team into the playoff.
Sai? Do you
Yeah.
agree with Satish's assessment there?
Yes, for RCB, but I have a strong feeling that SRH, Sunrise Hyderabad, is a fantastic team. They have come out to the one of the best teams in the tournament. Their selections were good. They've got a good captain also. So I have a strong feeling that Sunrise Hyderabad will does this tournament, and along with Sunrise Hyderabad, I believe it will be Gujarat Titans and Rajasthan Royals. So my playoffs will be RCB, Sunrise Hyderabad. My choices for playoffs will and Rajasthan Royals and Gujarat Titans.
Rizwan, who do you think can be the dark horse this time? There's always a team that sneaks up and surprises a few teams and gets on to the last stages. Anyone could do it this time. Who do you think?
Always Rajasthan Royals name comes last in the discussions, but actually they are the ones to look out for.
Correct,
You know,
true.
if you see their team combination, they have covered all bases. They have Josh Butler. They have if you say Hitman, they have Hitman who can hit long way, and they have Trent Bolt. With the new ball, it can be lethal. Now they have Chahal, who is one of the best T20 spinners. And now they have, I think, even got Joe Root, who can be playing an anchor role with the likes of Butler and Sanju. He has a big point to prove. A World Cup coming up. His name has been excluded, so it will be a huge season for him. So their team, I'm sure, will make a big impact.
And Sham, any particular team that you're looking forward to seeing play?
I've been a lifelong RCB fan, so I would like them to do well. But I had a look at the team. It's not an improvement from last year, but I'm still hoping that they will. I'm sure they will make the semi-finals this year. But beyond that, I don't see them progressing, because over 16 seasons, the title has been elusive for them. I think this time also would be elusive for them. But that wouldn't stop me from backing them.
Okay, Sham's backing them. Right, guys, look, the two most successful teams in the IPL, which is Mumbai Indians and Chennai Super Kings, they're going to be playing the first match on April 8th. And then the second match on May 6th is going to be the 1,000th match in IPL since it started in 2008. Rizwan, how big of an occasion is that going to be?
Definitely, it has been grown over the years. Now it has become a big brand over the years. So whenever a franchise tournament names comes up, IPL is right there. So it has built a huge brand over the years. So playing the 1,000th match, it will be huge for IPL. So I mean, Dhoni to be there from the first season to this season, witnessing 1,000th match, it's a huge testament for his longevity also. So it'll be great. It will be a great moment.
Sai, did you think the IPL would take off the way it has when it first launched back then, 2008?
No, never. I expected it to be after 5 years it may die down, but I think the promoters have done a fantastic job, and also with the players. I mean, the matches they've come up, that was they played with a lot of competition, and it was a fantastic extravaganza. I mean, it's the second richest sporting event in the world. So after the NFA. So it's the second richest. So it is also reaping a lot of dividends to the people who are promoting it, and also the players and the fans are having a blast.
Yeah, clearly it's just getting bigger and bigger, and I think it's just going to continue to do so. Right, guys, look, ahead of the new season, the BCCI has introduced a couple of new rules. The main one is the impact player rule, which is new to the tournament. It means that teams can have 4 substitutes, and one of those can be used in the match. Now, Sham has written a nice piece in golfnews.com. Make sure you go and read that, all about the impact player rule. But Sham, just tell us, how do you think this new rule is going to spice up the tournament, and what can we expect with these substitutions?
It's almost like having a 12th player, really, like an extra player. Like when you bat, you have an extra batsman. When you bowl, you have an extra bowler, a full-fledged, a thoroughbred bowler. It's not a kind of bits and pieces bowler or an all-rounder. You get a full-fledged batsman. And I think that could make a difference, especially in both ways, when you're bowling and batting, because you have that extra resource to go in. Not just that, he's not just substituting, he's a full-fledged player. Like, let's say if he's a bowler, he gets to bowl the quota of all 4 overs. Like a batsman, he could be just like any other batsman. So I think that is actually a game changer for this season, and I think we would see it could impact results, and several close matches. I think it could change it. I'm looking forward to seeing how it works, because this is one thing missing from cricket over so many years. I think more than 100 years of cricket we have had, and cricket in cricket, substitute is restricted to a substitute fielder. That is until we had this concussion substitute. Now here, just like any other sport, you are getting a full-fledged substitute. So I think that will make a huge change. And like Sai was saying, we were surprised that IPL is still alive after 16 years. These kinds of inventions or reinventions, which is what keeping the IPL alive. And I think this will be a huge fillip to IPL and T20 game.
Definitely, Shamin. It keeps the game fresh. It keeps it exciting, and for sure, Rizwan. I mean, there's going to be a lot of drama now. Surely, you know, when a captain makes a substitution, thinking, you know, he needs a new batsman in there to get a few quick runs, or a bowler because the pitch is particularly swinging or spinning. How do you think it's going to impact the IPL this season?
Definitely, it will be a huge thing. I mean, I just was wondering what will be the role of the all-rounders now. Their impact might be, you know, lesser because, you know, the all-rounder before used to have that impact. They could, you know, chip in with their batting and bowling. Now with this rule, they might, you know, tempt to play a specialist batsman instead of an all-rounder because they know that they can even replace later with a bowler. So the role of all-rounders might, you know, slightly get lessened with this. But having said that, it will be a new thing, something to be looking forward, and it will be huge for cricket.
Yes, do you agree? Do you think the role of the all-rounder is going to diminish now because of this new substitution rule?
Yeah, but in a way, it is kind of diminished because what is happening is you're getting more all-rounders. As a batsman, if you're replaced with a bowler, then he becomes an all-rounder. So the impact on all-rounder when he is playing might be slightly reduced, but what happens is that gives that team advantage of having so many all-rounders, extra all-rounders. Instead of having the 6 or 7 bowlers, now they might have 8 to 9 bowlers, maybe 10 without the wicket keeper. It becomes so the more and more all-rounders you have, the better chances of you winning a T20 game, because that's what it's been proving of late, saying that the depth of the team, whether it is batting or bowling, determines your outcome of the game. So in that sense, this is going to be a really interesting period to watch, because it also throws a surprise to the rivals. They will not be able to strategize for the impact player, what the role will be. So this will all give that extra permutation combination that comes into play, and it gives you more headache, which is a very nice headache, I would say.
It's a nice headache. Yeah, definitely true. It definitely it'll make the games very a lot more interesting than they are. Let's have a quick word about the auction that took place earlier. England all-rounder Sam Curran, as we all know, became the most expensive player in IPL history. Now, I mean, having that tag on his neck, on his shoulders, Rizwan, will that put a lot of pressure on him when he's playing for Punjab Kings?
It's a question that been, you know, circulating around, but I don't think as a professional it might bother you much, you know. And obviously they want to put up the performance, you know, to keep that value again and again, that's for sure. But I don't think that would be a burden. But obviously in franchise cricket they do expect, but it's very important for the player, you know, to focus on the process rather than thinking the things which he cannot control. These are things which nobody can control, right? They can only control the performance. These are the things which will fall in place. So obviously they are matured enough to understand these things, and you know, if you take care of the performance, other things will take care of itself.
Yeah, wise words. I mean, but with that hefty price tag on him, I mean, you know, we've seen in many other sports players buckling under the pressure because they've got this on their mind. They have to rise to the occasion. They've got to play in a particular way now because they've been elevated to such a status, having been bought for such a huge amount of money. Has he got that personality, that character to be a success in the IPL?
I think so, because I think in the case of Sam Curran, it wouldn't matter, because I remember in the past when Jaydev Unadkat was the most expensive player, it really weighed him down. He had sleepless nights thinking how he's going to live up to that tag. But I think that is taking it to an extreme, like Rizwan said about being professional. A professional player should be able to take it in his stride. A professional player earns a huge salary, so you should be able to manage that. So But the thing is, when you have with a hefty price tag comes the expectations. But I think if you are delivering, it shouldn't be a problem. You just go and perform as usual. It's fine. It's a question of how you deal with pressure. And I think all these players deal with immense pressure on the field. So off the field, I think they should be able to manage better.
We'll see how he deals with that when it all kicks off on Friday. Right, guys, look, every season there's a start of a new career. There's always a newbie that comes up and surprises all the teams with some fantastic bowling and batting. There's several newbies this time. We've got England's Harry Brooks, who's going to be playing for Sunrisers Hyderabad. I mean, he's burst onto the international scene. He got 800 runs in his first, I think, 9 tests, something like that. He's an aggressive batsman. He plays with positivity. I mean, he's Bazball through and through. Rizwan, how do you think he's going to get on in the IPL?
I'm really excited to watch him in the IPL because he has been creating waves. Whatever formats he has been playing, he has been the star in the T20 World Cup in Australia. And he has done, as you said, in Test also. So really he's an all-format player, and he's made it clear that he just wants to enjoy the sport and, make others who's watching him also enjoy the sport. So really excited for him. It is a great addition for SRH this year in the IPL for them.
Another newbie is going to be Australian Cameron Green. He's going to be playing for Mumbai Indians. Look, Rohit Sharma has already said that he's willing to drop down the order to let Green open with Ishan Kishan. Do you think those two can make a good partnership, opening partnership?
Definitely, but I think what Rohit Sharma should, in my opinion, would be he should bat along with Cameron Green and put Ishan Kishan down the order in the 1 down. So that would be much more suitable and for the format of the game, because Rohit Sharma is an opening batsman and he has mesmerized people with his batting. And unfortunately, for the last couple of seasons, he has not been playing well. So Cameron Green is a very ideal start for them. Yeah, Harry Brooks is a star to watch for, and totally that's one of the reasons why Sunrise Hyderabad is one of my favorites to be in this spot.
Yeah, he's going to make a big impression, I think. And Satish, lastly, there's many other players, but we're going to focus on a couple. Josh Little for Gujarat Titans. He's the first Irish player to play in the IPL. Can he make the IPL champions stronger?
I don't know how much of a role he will get, Imran, because as a 4 team member cap is there. So again, unfortunately, coming from an associate country or like these smaller countries, you will be fighting for a place against these bigger established stars. So I don't know how much of a role he will get it, but yes, again, another point which I would like to add here is they're all professionals. So whether it is they are the richest or the smallest paid, whether they get the chance or whether they don't get the chance, they're always prepared and they always give their best. So I would say if he gets a chance, he would make it count, but the chances are very limited.
Okay, thanks, Satish. Right, guys, final question. Let's wrap this up. Prediction time. Who is going to win the IPL, starting with Sham?
Yeah, I wish you hadn't thrown that question at me, because I've been going through all these teams and I just couldn't make up my mind as who is going to win. Because I know my team is not going to win. RCB is not going to win. But I have had a hard look at it, and I think Gujarat has the ability to win. See, finally, the best team need not always win. Winning is if you look at how Dhoni or Rohit Sharma win, they didn't always have the best team to win, but they still won, which is why predicting a winner at the start of a tournament is very, very tricky. So I'm going to play it safe and expect Gujarat Titans to retain the title.
Oh, Sai, can they defend their title?
I have my doubts. I mean, I really want Sunrisers to come back and win the title, because I don't think in my opinion, Gujarat Titans may not come to the playoffs. May come to the playoffs, yes. But Sunrise is my choice. I mean, they have the most balanced team, but difficult. It's a very tight situation for all others. Also, there are some other good teams too. But let me give it to Sunrisers this term.
Okay, that's a different team. Rizwan, who do you think is going to win the IPL?
As I said, Rajasthan is a force to be reckoned with. They have a lot of match winners in their side. So I really hope or think that Rajasthan will be the champions today, this year. I mean, but I think if, for a funny side, if RCB change their slogan like Isala Kappa Namade, if they change that, they might also win.
That's a nice one.
I mean, I would back Rajasthan. for the
Right, and
championship
finally,
this year.
Satish, who's your money on? Who's going to win?
It has to be Chennai. It's no way.
Of course, Sham.
With Satish, it has to be Chennai.
Of course, because the reason why I'm saying is if you have too many good big stars and you win the playoffs or rather the league match is easy. When you come into the playoffs, you are in an unknown territory basically. Suddenly there are a couple of wickets and you have to go for a plan B or a plan C. You are not in the best of territories. Whereas Chennai, they generally don't have the best of best teams, but somehow they manage to win. Whichever big teams that have won, like big tournaments you're talking about, whether it's football or World Cup cricket or World Cup football or IPL, the teams that just manage to win, come out with some scraps, close scraps, these are the teams that win. So in that sense, Chennai doesn't have the best of best teams, but somehow they will come back and start winning. And once that happens, they are unstoppable. So I expect them to win it because they're also playing in Chennai. And this is going to be a final year for Dhoni to hold a chance of, final chance for Dhoni to hold the trophy. So I would go with Chennai.
I got that right. I said Satish will pick Chennai. I got that right.
No surprises there from Satish. We knew what he was going to say. Okay, guys, we'll see how the teams get on in our weekly catch-up. So be sure to watch. In the meantime, head to golf.com for all the latest news and reviews and much more. And of course, follow us on our social media channels too. Thank you to Sham, thanks to Sais, thanks to Satish, and special thanks to Rizwan. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.